OG Wrestling, we are here! That's right. You didn't think we have a lot to talk about, but there is actually a lot going on this week, folks. A lot to talk about, a lot coming. The season is on the horizon.
What happened?
Oh, yeah. It's the calm before the storm, folks. We'll get into it, but first, we got to give it to our, we got to talk about our subscriber of the week. And this week, we're going to give it to Thomas D. Bell 6695. He says, you fellas have an awesome sense of humor and are great ambassadors for the sport.
Wow.
Okay, Thomas D. Bell.
All right.
Thomas, email us.
That was a little much, but dang.
Hey, we're ambassadors. We are ambassadors.
Wow.
Baby. That's right.
Okay.
We appreciate your support, Thomas. Keep watching. But
wow, that was nice, though. Thank you, Thomas.
Yeah.
Let's get on to what's coming.
What else do we have to look forward to? You mentioned we have the Journeymen Collegiate Classic, November 12th.
Bam!
That's the first big one.
We have some wrestling coming, folks. It's November 12th, and the season just kicks off with a just unbelievable. And I am so just pumped. Everyone's pumped. The amount of studs that are going to be here. The schools that are at the Collegiate Classic. Penn State, Cornell, Arizona State, North Carolina State. I mean, right there. Unbelievable. But Lehigh's there, Penn's there, Purdue's there, Lock Haven's there, Army's there, Harvard's there, a whole bunch of others are there. This is going to be a fun tournament. It's not a duels tournament. It's an individuals tournament, but it's going to be November 12th, almost like the very first thing to kick the season off. And, I mean, some of the matchups, Zach, we're going to have right out of the gates. I mean, some of these weights, just listen to some of these. Now, imagine some of these matchups, potential matchups that we're going to get.
These aren't official yet, right?
Who knows what some of these matchups may be, but like 125, we have top-ranked Ramos. We have number 2 ranked Noto. We have third-ranked Figs from Arizona State. By the way, I can't wait to see what happened. You know, Figs has not lost yet. Mm-hmm. He didn't lose last year. I don't think he's coming out of this tournament without a loss, but
wouldn't that be something?
We'll see. Unger, 7th rank. Unger's there. 8th rank. Camacho's there. I mean, 19th ranked Ryan Miller on 2 others ranked. Robbie Howard, Penn State. We're going to find out about him in a hurry. That's just 125. I mean, this tournament's going to be fun right out of the gates. I could run over every weight class. I mean, 33, you got Vito, you got 2, Nagao, Oreen, 5th rank is there, McGonigal at 6th rank. Some of the real fun weights. I like 49, Van Ness, third
Van Ness
rank.
Not going to lose again this year.
3rd rank,
He better
Parco.
start by this tournament. He better start by this tournament.
Well, he's got 3rd rank Parco there. He's got 8th rank Arrington's there. 2 other ranked guys are there. Listen to 57. This is things really get interesting here.
Probably.
Okay. Top ranked Levi Haynes is there. Okay. 4th ranked Teamer is there. Okay. 5th ranked Ed Scott is there. And then we got 22nd ranked. That right now they have him 22nd, but Myers Shapiro is going to be there. Okay. Now, don't forget, Messenbrink may be in this wake too.
Yeah.
We don't know. Messenbrink may redshirt this year, and if he's got 5 events, if I'm Penn State, this is one of the 5 I'm going to be picking for him. You know, Who knows if he'd be at 57, he'd be at 65. I don't know. But if I decided I'm redshirting him, I'm going with Facundo this year, this is definitely one of the 5 I'm picking. And I don't know what weight he would be at, 57 or 65. So there is a chance right out of the gates we could see Shapiro against Messenbrink, and we've been licking our chops to see that.
Oh, yes, we have.
You know, much less throw Haynes in there. Oh my goodness, people! I can't believe, and we're that close. We're that close. So
Right around the
all
corner.
these podcasts we've been doing, talking about what's coming. And I tell you, Zach, how'd we get through this whole off season? Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
Finally, it's finally here. And that weight class may be my most anticipated weight class.
I mean, looking at this though, why wouldn't they have Messenbrink wrestle at 65?
Well, they may.
Levi.
Yeah, they may. Ramirez is at 7th ranked. Ramirez is there. Facundo may go. They got him ranked at 12th. 74 is loaded too with Strachey, number 1, Foca at number 2. Both Harvard, Army, and Penn, and North Carolina State all have ranked guys there. Here's a fun one at 84. Truex is 2nd ranked. Okay, Lowell, and I probably pronounced that wrong, at Cornell. He's like 16th ranked. He'll go up in the rankings, by the way. But then we got Fishback too, North Carolina State guy, which right now he's not ranked. He will be.
We had some comments about him.
Yeah, believe me, he's going to end up how high? I don't know. And he's one of them super young stud young guys coming that none of us are sure exactly how good this kid is, but he's good. So it's going to be fun to see him.
Well, we don't know the matchups officially. And we're talking about things that we hope to see. Why don't we go down and give like one matchup a weight class of what maybe not necessarily 1 versus 2, but
an
intriguing matchup.
My most intriguing matchup at 125 is I'd love to see Figs up against like Ramos. Let's see it.
Yeah.
Let's see it. At 33, my most intriguing matchup would probably be, let's see, Oreen against Nagao. Now, I don't know. Nagao may not go because we've heard about the injury. They say he's ready to go, but Penn State may play it safe. So Nagao may not go. I'd like to see Klebov, Arizona State's young stud, put him up against Oreen. I'd like to see that. All
right.
I'd like to see maybe, I don't know, Cornella at Cornell. I'd like to see him take on Bartlett or Ryan Jack. I just want to see how good Cornella has gotten. He's another major stud over at Cornell. Van Ness against anybody. Parco, Arrington at 57. Right. Wow, that's the one. Give me Haynes against Shapiro. Give me Messenbrink against Shapiro. Give me Teamer against Shapiro. I want to see where Shapiro is. So anything there. At 65, give me Ramirez against Facundo or Ramirez against Messenbrink. Let me see where Ramirez sits.
Or where Messenbrink sits.
Yeah, really. I guess Foca against Strachey. We've already seen that. So that's nothing real exciting there. I want to see Fishback against Truex.
Yep.
Let's see where Fishback is. Put him right into the fire. Let's find out. Here at 97 is great. Michael Beard is there. Okay. Also Hidley at North Carolina State. He's up at 97. Brooks, of course, is there. Cardenas at Cornell's there. That weight is stacked. But I want to see Beard against Hidley or really Brooks. I want to see where Beard shakes out there.
Well, I can tell you how it shakes out if he faces Brooks.
And of course, finally at 285, I finally want to see Kirk against Schultz. Because if you remember a couple years back, that was supposed to happen, and it didn't. And that was at the collegiate duels, and they had Schultz take his headgear off, and I don't know what happened there, except that all of a sudden somebody didn't want to wrestle. Let me protect the seed. Let me protect the seed. A lot of
all right.
Well,
Seed manipulation. We talked about that.
Okay.
Come on. All right. Well, that's the Journeymen Collegiate Classic coming
Yes.
up November 12th. The first official kickoff of the year. In addition to that, we have the NWCA All-Star Classic coming up on November 21st,
yes.
which we don't have the matchups for yet.
No, not yet.
They have not been announced.
But you made your dream matchups,
But I made my dream matchups,
and I made mine.
and you made your dream matchups.
Yes.
So we will go down by weight class. You give yours, I'll give mine. The what, the who, and the why.
Okay.
Who's setting this up? Flo?
I think so. I think
I hope
well,
you're listening,
it's at
Flo.
Rec Hall, but I think Flo is setting it up. I don't know. I'm just glad it's happening. I think Flo is setting it. I think it is Flo.
Good. Flo.
Yeah.
Maybe we'll come.
Somebody's out there doing something.
Can we come and cover it? Can we live stream it? All right, let's start at 125. Who do you want to see?
Well, I covered this with the Collegiate Classic.
So you're going to get to see what you want.
Yeah, and if I see that at the Collegiate Classic, then I don't want to see it again. But in case I don't get to see it at the Collegiate Classic, then I'd like to see Ramos against Figs.
Okay. All right. Well, I'll tell you who I want to see at 125. It's a big-time matchup. Who have not wrestled yet this year is number 11, Drake Ayala, sophomore out of Iowa, and number 2, Anthony Noto, the junior out of Lock Haven. Those two have not wrestled yet. I want to see Ayala in that Iowa room. How good's that Lock Haven room? How good's Noto? Who wins that matchup? Who would you take there?
That's a good matchup. You know, you go off of the Hawkeye report and you hear little rumors that Ayala's still healing with the shoulder. I don't know. Maybe he's ready to go.
A healthy Ayala.
Yeah, I hope he's ready to go because that would be a fun little thing to see.
He's better than 11th ranked if he's healthy.
Well, that'd be a fun matchup to see. And, you know, at these matchups, I don't necessarily want to see 1 against 2. I want to see fun matchups.
Yeah,
You know what
that's what I'm
saying?
going for here.
Yeah.
Yep. All right, 133. Who are you looking forward to?
Well,
Rooting for.
in them same lines, I don't necessarily want to see Vito at this.
Yeah, he's just gonna dominate everybody.
Yeah, and you say, well, he could put Vito up against Latona. Latona beat him last year and actually had him in trouble at the Nationals last year. True.
We all forget about that.
But I want to save that. I don't want Vito to come out and stump him right here at the beginning of the season and take all element of surprise out of 133 already at the beginning of the season. Let's have some excitement left at 133 thinking, you know what? Vito could still get beat. We remember how Latona wrestles them tough. So I don't want to see them wrestle at this. So I personally, and quite frankly, I'd love to see then my second matchup would say like Fix against Nagao. Well, back to Nagao maybe possibly recovering. That probably wouldn't work. So I'm going to say I want to see Bazakis.
Oh, you stole my guy.
Yeah, I want to see Ohio State's Bazakis. Let's see how good he is. We all know he's good. But let's see him up against Bird. Big bad Bird.
The nerd bird.
The nerd bird. Put put the nerd bird up against Bazakis and let's let her fly. Let's let the chicken feathers fly.
Buzakis is a bully, dude. He might bully that nerd bird around.
I'm telling you.
I would like to see Buzakis up against Nagao. Okay, Nagao, the fancy boy sophomore in fancy Penn State, dude. Buzakis is a bully in Ohio State, dude. The freshman.
Yeah.
That's a matchup I'd want to see. All right, 141. Who you want?
Okay, Woods against Bartlett. Let's get it on right now. Enough pussyfooting around. Let's have it happen right now at the beginning of the year. And if for some reason that can't happen, then I'll take Hardy against Woods. Because I'll tell you, Hardy gives Woods a fit. And that was one of the funnest matches I've seen in a long time, last year's match against Hardy against Woods. That match could have went either way. And if Woods loses this coming year, of course, Bartlett's got what it takes to beat him. There's no doubt. But it would be Hardy.
If he loses
Or
this
Bartlett.
year, yikes.
Oh, believe me.
I have Hardy on mine, too. I want to see Hardy against Jesse Mendez in Ohio State. Those two
That
have
is-
not wrestled.
That's true.
And on Wrestle Stats, it's 4 versus 5.
And
Both sophomores.
yeah, originally I think the plan was Jesse was going to take this year off, but with Sasso out, it makes all the sense in the world to move Mendez and D'Amelio up because Ohio State can't punt this year. They're too good.
Yeah.
They're too good. So really, I'm sorry, Jesse, you're going to have to wrestle. I can kind of hear. I can kind of hear that speech going on now. So Jesse's probably going to come in and go 41, and it'll be interesting to see where he shakes out with the big boys up there at 41. So yeah, that would be an interesting matchup.
Well, we've seen what Mendez can do in freestyle.
Yeah.
So, all right, 149. Who you want?
Oh, love it against Van Ness. That's
Same thing I said.
let's go right now. But
They have not faced each
of
other
course,
yet.
Parco's fun to watch. Henson, I'd love if somehow Henson's in there, if Parco's in there. Any combination of them 4, it sounds fun to me. But the ultimate to me is love it against Van Ness.
Agreed. That was also my selection. So, all right, move on. 157.
Penn State against Iowa, Haynes against Frantic, no substitution. Just let's get it on right
Okay.
there.
All right.
For me, that's
the matchup. You mentioned Levi and Meyer, Shapiro. We can talk about it. Everyone says that. You know what I want to see? I want to see Levi against a healthy Peyton Robb. Okay? Levi beat him in the NCAAs last year. Yeah, Peyton had one leg. I want to see a healthy Peyton Robb against Levi. Yeah.
Oh, I think that happened afterwards. I think that
It was
infection
in the
happened
bloodstream. It was in the bloodstream.
I don't know.
I'm pretty sure that's
I
how
don't
it
know
works.
about that.
I took science in 8th grade.
That. I will say, Peyton Robb, that was a gutsy performance in the Conti round.
I want to see a healthy.
You're
Peyton Robb.
filled with. I mean, you're half dying with germs inside, infection running through your blood, and he actually looked pretty good out there. I mean, that's a man right there.
Yeah.
There's no doubt about it.
I mean, that 157.
Bravo, Mr. and Mrs. Robb. He daggone. You talk about.
All right.
I wonder if Peyton's brother is as tough as Peyton. You think he's got any brothers?
Well, if it goes by the brother math, he can't be because 2 brothers can't be equally as tough. And I know that firsthand because I'm this tough and Corey's not. So.
Ouch! Ouch! Did you hear that, Corey? What? Wow.
We don't even know if he has a brother. Maybe he has a sister.
When you and Corey were at home, did you guys ever fight much? I know I used to yell at you.
Constantly. Nonstop. Yeah.
I used to yell I didn't want you to break up the house, so I'd go nuts if you two fought in the house.
And then we got good at fighting to where we were.
Quietly.
Yeah.
Fighting quietly.
We would quietly fight. Yeah. So. All right, let's move on. 165. Who would you like to see there?
Okay, Hamidi against Caliendo is my cup of tea. Although, now this ain't going to happen because he's brand new. But I would love to see Messenbrink go against either of them too. I would. And they say, well, Messenbrink hasn't earned his way in there. He's just
No.
he's earned his way in my book.
He's got to win some matches
He's
first.
what? He's earned his way in my book. I mean, did you see what he did over at Worlds? But yeah, I guess I'm gonna have to wait until next year. But yeah, Hamidi and Caliendo.
I think they have faced each other before because I went Caliendo and Cam Amin out of Michigan, who have not faced each other yet.
Oh, really?
No.
Wow.
Who would you take in that?
Well, see, I went all in on Caliendo, and Michael,
I think Amin.
you kind of killed me in the fantasy last year. Kind of killed me. I know you placed. Yeah, all right. But I was there blowing off at the draft after I picked you. You guys didn't know I got the what I call
Steal of the draft.
Yeah, the steal of the draft, Michael Caliendo. I was all big and talking, and yeah, you placed.
More like Michael Can't
Yep.
Endo.
Yep. I'm just kidding.
All right, bounce back here for Caliendo in Iowa. Oh, baby, that room is hot fire. Oh, yeah. All right, at 174, I want to see Griffith and Mekhi Lewis. They have not faced.
We're thinking the same way. Yeah,
I got to start.
I want to see Griffith. I don't care if it's against Strachey. I don't care if it's against Foca. I don't care if it's against Lewis. I just want to see where Griffith shakes out against these big boys. Now, so Griffith against one of the big boys.
I want to see him against Mekhi Lewis. And Mekhi Lewis, dude, let's have a strong year. Okay?
Yeah.
Because you screwed me in fantasy last year.
Yeah.
Mekhi Lewis.
Oh, really?
Yeah. All right, 184. I'm talking Truex and Feldkamp.
I got Truex and Ketkaizen. I mean, them two put on a show every time, and they both went back and forth. Now they both got wins, and
Grudge match.
Let's keep the war going, and that started off right off the bat right here.
All right. 197. Who do you want to see?
Okay, on the surface, I wanted to write Brooks against Elam because last year Elam was the guy that I thought was this far above everybody. I thought he just had a little bit above everybody, but then we had the Sloans of the world come and kind of shock everybody at the end of the year. And wow, what a job Sloan did. And in a way, I would like to see that. But then the more I thought about it, I thought, no, you know what? We haven't seen Buchanan last year, and he got a lot of talk about Buchanan's the real deal. All right? Is that what you say? Okay, let's see. I want to see Sloan against Buchanan. Let's have it happen on the 21st. Let's see where Buchanan is, because I know where Sloan is. That was the other dark horse I picked during the draft that did
pan out.
Yeah, everybody that saved my face for me. Yeah,
saved face. All right, I want to see Rocky Elam and Al Red. They have not wrestled.
Yeah,
all my matchups are wrestlers who have not wrestled in college.
Yeah,
so matchups you want to see this year. All right, and wrap it up. Let's go heavyweight. What's the matchup you want to see?
Okay, this one is fun for me. I want to see Pitzer against Feldman. Okay, two young guys, two very athletic guys, and Pitzer's bigger. Feldman, a lot of build up for Feldman. We already seen what Pitzer can do. Got a little look last year before they redshirted him.
Yes, we did.
And let's get the fireworks going right away. Now, that's my first knee-jerk reaction. However, I want to watch Hendrickson wrestle as many times as possible. So,
how don't you name him?
If you want to put Pitzer or Feldman up against Hendrickson, I'm not gonna fight you on that, because I just enjoy watching Hendrickson wrestle. So,
how about Schultz against Hendrickson? Because that's who I got. They have not wrestled yet.
I'll take it.
Those two have not wrestled.
I'll take it.
All right, that's the matchups we want to see, Flo, at the NWCA All-Star Classic, folks, on November 21st. It's right around the corner. We talked about calm before the season starts, dude. I got a couple things that I'm looking forward to, storylines this year that we talked about up to this point, but they're about to start happening, all right? Some of the things we talked about, is Penn State going to be the greatest team ever? Will they beat the record points Iowa team? We want to see the Iowa reality show, the Brands and Ferrari show. If Iowa, if you would allow me to do an all-access documentary year-long, I will do that. I will come, and I would film a year-long documentary. I'll quit my job and just do it full-time. Be the best show wrestling's ever. 157 pounds, who's going to win that? That's the weight class of the year right there.
Yeah. I mean,
wrestlers going for four-timers. Carter, Brooks. Are we going to have any more four-timers? Any new four-timers this year? Some of the new head coaches. Shapiro, the real deal. is Shapiro going to have an undefeated career like Kale?
It's funny you bring that up because, Christian Piles did a video short on Shapiro. And Christian Piles actually made the call that he thinks Shapiro is going to win the title this year, which was a gutsy call. And I just got the hunch that Piles almost wanted to
Tell us what he wanted to actually say.
Well, I'm just guessing here, but it's almost like Piles wanted to say, I think Shapiro may run undefeated. It's almost like I sensed.
That's what he wanted.
Like he wanted to say, is Shapiro the next Kale? It's like, and you say, well.
Say it, Piles!
You want to,
we'll
as a podcaster, you want to make a bold prediction. Like we got lucky and we said, Spencer Lee's going to lose. We made that prediction. We got lucky. He lost. And if he said, if we wanted to make a bold prediction for this year, it would be, actually the bold prediction would be Shapiro does take a loss this year. But it's no fun making that prediction because on the surface, well, of course he's going to take a loss. He's just a freshman. So that's a stupid prediction. But really, it is a bold prediction the way he looks. But I'm not sure because now I'm talking crazy land here. We haven't seen him at Collegiate, and we haven't seen him against the big dogs, the Haynes, and the who knows, maybe the Messenbrinks and all the rest. And it's like I don't know, man.
Well, you mentioned about bold predictions. I'll give you mine, and then I'll mention a segment that we're going to start. First of all, my bold prediction for this season, between Carter Strachey and Aaron Brooks, one of them will not win a title. So one of them will not be a four-timer. But we're going to start where BEG Wrestling was right and wrong. Obviously, we've had a lot of episodes, so I'll go through 3 big predictions that we made in the past that we were right and 3 that we were wrong. And then we'll keep this going into the season. You mentioned one. You made the prediction. The start of last year, Spencer Lee will lose.
Yes.
And at that time, that blew people's minds. I mean, people's heads exploded. And then it happened. So we were right.
Yes.
Another bold prediction we made. AJ Ferrari going to Iowa. We made an episode titled that 9 months ago.
Well,
now he's coming, baby.
That was kind of wishful thinking.
Oh, no, that's where we were right.
That was wishful thinking. We wanted.
And the latest one, Gomez going to Michigan, where BEG was right.
Well,
another one not yet official, but it is, basically.
In all seriousness, I first heard that on Flow. I heard Piles speculating that once he went to their RTC. I just wonder. And that as soon as he said, I just wonder, I thought, well, what do you mean you just wonder? You know it, and I know it.
He's going.
That's a slam dunk.
Yeah.
That's a slam dunk.
Al says, I just wonder, it's a slam dunk.
I just wonder, it's a slam dunk. You know that Bormet's going to do whatever it takes. He's on the team. So.
Yeah. All right.
Now, there's still work to do. He's got to get a year. But, yeah, there's work. He's in. He's in.
He'll be there. So that's where we were right. Where were we wrong? Going into the finals last year, or going into the championships last year, we had RBY winning it all. No brainer.
Yeah.
Absolute no brainer.
Oh, we had plenty wrong.
Yeah. Along with that, we had Gable Stevenson going to Iowa.
Yeah.
What happened there? We still don't know what is going on with Gable Stevenson.
Yeah, he never did.
Stevenson.
He never did.
Stevenson.
You have trouble with that, don't you?
People send me hate mail, dude, every week.
It's Stevenson.
Stevenson.
Yeah, you know what? I
don't know why I add the E. Stevie.
Ay.
Where else were we wrong?
Ay.
Remember our episode?
I don't know, but you're as bad as me. Be nice. We have one of us know how to say the names, but you and the Stevenson. Ay.
Stevenson.
Wow.
I'm just gonna record it and edit it and crop it in every time. And last, folks, Tom Brands. Remember, it was, will Iowa double up or bust? Remember that episode? We knew it was coming. Well, guess what, folks? He doubled up. Tom doubled up. He pushed all his chips in the middle, and he doubled up. He got all the Ferraris. Brands knew what he was doing. We thought he was bluffing.
Yeah, well, if these suspensions do get reduced, we're back to the circus at the big top again. Because we got the Kennedy dealing with Caliendo. One of them's going to be upset. We got the Franek and the Seabreak. One of them's going to be upset. I mean,
that's why I want to be in that room. Iowa. Listen, why wouldn't they want me doing a full season documentary on them?
Oh, I know. Much less the heavyweight. I don't know. Everybody says, one guy wrote in and said that if AJ is correct, and he said he's at 225, 7% body fat, it's literally impossible for him to get down to 197. Now, I actually believe that post.
He could lose muscle.
So what are we going to do with Cassiope? Even if that suspension does get reduced. So there you got more drama. It's kind of like
I love it, dude.
Oh, it is great.
I wish
it
every
is great.
school had this much drama.
I know. And
Netflix documentary brands. Listen, Ferraris, I know you're watching. Let Tom know. BEG Wrestling's willing to film a full season documentary, dude. I'll come there. Let me in the room every day, every practice. I'm going to mic people up.
Shriver's back, so it's a possibility. Who knows? Maybe he beat Teskey. So now Teskey, who transferred in, he may be sitting. So there we got another upset one. And wow, it's great.
They're certainly giving us content, okay? Content to talk about. Otherwise,
they can just redshirt Arnold as far as brands coming in. So they can at least calm that down over there, that weight class.
Gabe Arnold will redshirt since Brands is coming back,
but
possibly.
The thing is the brands they have excitement that just surrounds them.
Energy
and excitement. Yeah,
positive energy, baby.
Yeah. Oh, thank you, Tom.
Yeah. So let's dive right into it. The biggest news of the week.
Wow.
That not everyone's talking about, the UFC Fight Pass. Okay. They're partnering for the NCAA Division I Wrestling. We told you this was coming. Okay. UFC Fight Pass and Cage Fury Fighting Championships partner to broadcast NCAA Division I Wrestling. I'm not going to read the whole article, but I will summarize it quickly because, folks, we told you this was coming. All right. We said wrestling was growing, despite some of these ratings results that we've heard on last year. Today announced a broadcast partnership with Cage Fury Fighting Championships to launch a CFFC Match Day, a new live event series that will feature a full slate of NCAA Division I wrestling meets this year. The first event will debut on UFC Fight Pass Wednesday, November 1st. You thought the season started on the 12th. No, not so fast.
Oh, wait,
live.
Who is it? Iowa,
live from
Iowa against Penn State?
Live from Fort Liberty, North Carolina, when West Point takes on Campbell University, and North Carolina State faces Presbyterian. All right, hang on, though. Listen, following the successful Battle of the Bragg event last year, so they bought this based on previous success. The vice president says, we knew we wanted to feature more collegiate wrestling. And the debut of Match Day, it's going to include Wisconsin, Iowa State, Missouri, Illinois. Let me wrap this up with just two important comments. One from the CEO, okay? Says, before now, there's never been a direct connection between the wrestling world and the most powerful name in mixed martial arts, UFC, but that changes with this historic partnership. I'm incredibly excited to be a part of elevating the sport of wrestling to a much-deserved level by featuring these events on UFC Fight Pass with the top quality production that CFFC is known for in the MMA industry. Also, guess who's going to be announcing it? Only Shane Sparks and David Taylor. Wrestling's coming, baby.
That's good news.
We're growing.
That's
the UFC knows what they're doing.
That's good news. I mean, that's cracking the door open.
They mention how a lot of their successful UFC fighters are previous wrestlers, and they want to start building, it's like college football into the NFL. They're looking at it as a recruiting base.
Okay.
So, all right, comments review. Opaka, AJ the Anchor will sink the whole ship. Should be interesting to see how this plays out. Is AJ going to sink the ship in Iowa? Or is he going to carry that ship?
Well, the only thing I got to say about that is I kind of said it's It's kind of exciting because with AJ, if it all happens and the suspensions are reduced, the circus is back in town. So, and that whole thing gets fun to watch. So, sink the ship. I don't know. Let's just watch it unfold.
What are the chances all three Ferraris are still in Iowa at the end of the season?
Well, right now, there's no Ferraris there. Anthony is, I guess he's on the team, but at least for the first part of the year, we're not going to see. I don't know what's going on with Anthony. I guess he's on the team, but I don't know where Anthony shakes out at this point. But that's another thing with the wrestling. Everything is hush hush, quiet. Even with injuries and everything. Come on.
Give us something to talk about. Yeah. Give us something to talk about. All right, Eric Von Manstein, Soldier Salute better than Cliff Keen. How else would we have gotten the mom drama when Spencer pinned Drake Ayala in the finals? You always bust on the Soldier Salute.
Oh. Yeah.
All right, another one. He also said some high praise here. Best episode yet. Only 2 shows on YouTube can hold me for over 40 minutes. Jason Whitlock's Fearless and BEG Wrestling.
Well,
not this week.
Not this week.
Not this week, Eric.
Boy, oh boy.
You ain't never gonna see our review. All right. How about Franco Stacy? That background is horrible. Is that technical difficulty?
I was going to say.
Certainly no one chose that flickering mess.
Okay. Zach, what's next? Are you going to put a disco ball up, or what are you doing here?
Listen, let me tell you.
What in the world?
Let me tell you how this process goes, folks. Okay, we film on Sunday evenings. I edit on Monday evenings. The last thing I do in editing is add the background. So this is usually Monday night around midnight. I'm picking backgrounds. By that time, I don't care, dude. As
I was watching,
but no taking, Franco. I won't be making movement.
As you guys see it, is the first time I see it, and as I was watching, I was thinking,
yikes!
Is this what goes on inside of his head? It's like, and I was thinking, dude, we're gonna get hate over this because I'm getting dizzy just watching this. Now I don't know.
All right,
maybe Zahid might like it. He's back there smoking doobies. But I'm just kidding, Zahid. I'm just kidding.
Oh, poor kid smoked one doobie, dude. You've been bugging him for 4 weeks.
Dude. Wow, Zach. Whoa.
All right. Jagger Baird. As a person who has watched the Ferrari brothers since they were little, it was always AJ who was the best. Anthony was second best until we got to high school, and that's where Angelo started to flourish. I don't know.
I'm going off of what I see. I'm saying Angelo looks like the most complete to me, the most dangerous Ferrari to me, but they're all good.
All right, a couple comments on your ranking system. One said basically you're creating the old BCS from college football. Another said that was Ricky. And then Corvian Wrestling said about your ranking system, how does a small school with 1 or 2 studs ever get their kids ranked high enough to be seated where they deserve if all the top teams avoid them? Loves the show, though.
That's a good point by Corvian Wrestling. I personally don't think that every major school is going to go out and pick nothing but hammers. There's still going to be opportunities where they pick a smaller school to wrestle. But I think that it would evolve into you're going to be looking at individual weight classes when you're scheduling even. For instance, let's say a Lock Haven has a great 125-pounder and a great 165-pounder. Mm-hmm. And I'm Kale or the AD at Penn State sitting with Kale, and we're looking over who to schedule this year. Okay, we just scheduled hammer. You know what? We got one more. Let's go one step down. We just took major hammers. We're going to 2 hammer tournaments, and we got the Big Ten schedule. Let's take a step down. What would be a good choice? Lock Haven. Why? because they have a solid 125-pounder. We could use some seating help for Robbie Howard and some seating help for Facundo. And Lock Haven would be great. So I'm saying the individual weight classes actually would be considered in scheduling. So I see what he's saying. I'm just saying that it doesn't kill my thoughts on. I like that. I like nothing but wins in the seeding of the national.
I mean, my counter to his argument would be, okay, we don't see them wrestle big wrestlers now anyway, and the ranking system now, does it do them justice, the system now? Because we never see them wrestle big-time wrestlers anyway. There's a reason they're at a small school. They're not that good of a wrestler.
Well,
if you're a good wrestler, go to a big school.
Yeah, I mean, you have some small wrestlers. You have
not many.
I mean, look at Jacob Nolan from Binghamton. He's ninth ranked. Right. You know, it's
all right. Well, give me some outliers there. What about NC State has a good wrestler named Dylan Fishback? He better be good. Drama King.
Yeah, with that name, he better be good. That was funny.
Frankie Cal says Santa Claus and Macho Man.
Yeah. So in other words,
who am I? Am I Macho Man?
Yeah, you must be.
I mean, I'll take Macho Man. That's because not this week, man. My voice.
Macho Copper Boy, and
Copper Boy and Moonshine Man,
and Moonshine Santa.
What?
Moonshine Santa and Macho Copper Boy.
Iowa stole North Dakota's 2 All-Americans in addition to the Ferrari brothers are looking tough. One final one. Check this one out, dude. Sun Devil 69 made a post. Okay, I'll be nice this time. The best podcast ever. I didn't disagree with anything. LOL. Comments are only for positive hugs all day. Okay, he stole our @ He's at BEG Wrestling. He stole our @ dude.
Get out.
Yeah, because our @'s Beaver Enterprise Group. What do you think about that?
Now wait. This was Jacob.
Is that Jacob trolling?
I think this was Jacob.
Jacob.
Yes.
We're living rent-free in Jacob's head.
I think that's Jacob.
Sun Devil 69. He stole our @ Jacob, I'm never paying you a dime for that @ okay? Let me tell you that. I know that's your goal. Trying to make some money. He knows we're blowing up. He's trying to steal our @.
I don't know. That was nice.
He probably
that was a
purchased.
Nice post. If it was you, Jacob, it was like, hey, look, folks. Didn't have much this week.
Wow, that was rough. I'm sick, dude. I'm struggling.
We'll be back, though. And we got the action coming, and I can't wait. We forced one through for you guys this week. Probably should have took a week off. What do you think?
Well, we'll see. I'll edit it. But I will say this, dude. If you're not on our Facebook page, I put up a little highlight of maybe some live streaming. Live streaming coming up, baby. Camera, we got new equipment. I don't want to hear excuses. Well, why can't live stream, baby? This BG Wrestling.
You were falling asleep there.
Oh, I know. All right, we're back next time, dude. Let's go.
See ya.
This is BEG Wrestling. We'll be back.